The AAC Report is brought to you by Blahut of Realty One Group. Whether you're looking to buy your very first home or looking to downsize or upgrade, call Blahut anytime at 407-748-0484. Welcome to the AAC Report, only on the Knightline Sports Network. I'm Jeff Allen. Thank you so much for listening. The women's basketball tournament, or what I like to call the UConn Invitational, takes center stage beginning Friday and concluding with the conference championship game on Monday in Connecticut. The top four teams get a first-round bye. The top seed UConn, number 2 seed UCF, number 3 seed Cincinnati, and number 4 seed South Florida. Here is how the tournament schedule will break out. First-round games on Friday. All will be on ESPN3. While the 5 seed Tulane taking on the 12 seed Tulsa. The number 8 seed Temple goes against the number 9 seed East Carolina. The 7 seed Wichita State goes against number 10 Houston. And number 6 SMU will battle number 11 Memphis. Those game times are noon, 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. And again, all on ESPN3. The quarterfinals on Saturday will look like this. The winner of the Tulane-Tulsa game will take on the 4 seed South Florida at noon on ESPN3. The Temple-East Carolina winner will take on the top seed UConn Huskies at 2 p.m. on ESPN3. The Wichita State-Houston winner will battle the 2 seed UCF 6 p.m. ESPN3. And the SMU-Memphis victor will take on the number 3 seed Cincinnati at 8 p.m. on ESPN3. The semifinals will be Sunday, 4 p.m. on ESPN2 for the first game. The second game will be at 6:30 on ESPNU, with the final championship game coming Monday night, 7 o'clock, and that'll be on the Deuce ESPN2. And, of course, this will be the last opportunity for AAC teams to try and pin a loss on UConn before they depart for the Big East. The Huskies have been undefeated in conference thus far in their entire AAC membership. Looking at the players of the week for the final week of the regular season in women's basketball, the player of the week, KK Wright of UCF, had a big week, averaging 26.7 points per game, 4.7 assists per contest in victories over Temple, Memphis, and Wichita State. Shot 55.4% from the field over that 3-game stretch, including 58.8% from three-point range. Played all 40 minutes in the home victory against Temple, scoring 24 points on 10 of 17 shooting. And the freshman of the week, Anna McCurrett of UConn. She repeated as freshman of the week for the second straight week, following a 14.7 points per game tally, 3.7 assists per game. And that was a 3-0 week, of course, for UConn. That clinched another undefeated league championship for the Huskies in the regular season. McCurrett shot 48.5% overall and triumphs at Cincinnati, at Houston, and at home against South Florida. Turning to men's basketball, the craziness continues as we head into the final week of the regular season. Houston used its big win over Cincinnati to tie Tulsa for the top spot in the AAC, as the Cougs and the Golden Hurricane are at 12-4. Cincinnati in second at 12-5. They had a big come-from-behind win over South Florida last night. Wichita State holds down third at 10-6. The Shockers had an incredible win over SMU over the weekend, coming back for a 24-point deficit to get that victory. That 24-point answer was the largest second-half comeback in AAC history and is tied for the 9th largest second-half comeback by a visiting team in NCAA Division I history, tied for 14th overall. Games of note this week that will be key for the regular season conference crown and potential resume building for the NCAA tournament. Wednesday night, Tulsa at Temple, 7 o'clock on ESPN3. Thursday, Houston travels to UConn at 7 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. And Wichita State is at Memphis at 9 o'clock on ESPN. Saturday, Cincinnati will host Temple at 8 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. And on Sunday, to close out the regular season, Houston hosts Memphis at noon on CBS. And at 4 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, Tulsa will be at Wichita State. The men's conference tournament runs March 12th through 15th at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. And if the regular season is any indication of what to expect, this tournament could be off the hook with upsets that would not surprise most, and lots of jockeying to be taking place over the balance of this week to see who comes away with the regular season conference crown and the number one seed in the tournament, for the conference tournament, rather. And by the way, at this time, Houston, Cincinnati, Wichita State, depending on which bracketology you follow, are projected in. Cincinnati on that bubble line, Tulsa on the outside looking in currently. And if we have upsets in the conference tournament, there could be a bid stealer there, so lots to keep an eye on there. Before we get to the Players of the Week honors, our condolences to Bearcats coach John Brannon, who has been coaching with a heavy heart this week, as his father John passed away at the age of 71 Saturday after battling ALS and dementia. Brannon did coach the game against Houston on Sunday, the day after his father's death, and boy, that's a tough chore to imagine what was going through his mind, and our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to the Brannon family. The Player of the Week honors in men's basketball, Christian Vital of UConn aided the Huskies to a pair of wins, averaging 22.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 assists last week. Had a game-high 27 points, including 5 trays against ECU on Saturday after recording an 18.7 rebound, 5 assist, and 4 steal game against the UCF Knights on Wednesday. The Freshman of the Week, Marcus Sasser from Houston, helped the Cougars back into that first-place tie in the American standings, had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and their big win, a 13-point win over Cincinnati, 68-55. He had 5 big three-pointers in that victory. Coming up next, we check more news and notes around the American when the AAC Report continues in just a moment. Are you tired of the endless money pit of paying rent? Do you have a home you need to sell for top dollar? Talk to the Hometown Advantage award-winning real estate professional and fellow UCF Knight, Blake Blahut of Realty One Group. Blake has proven to produce results and a smooth process for his clients all across Central Florida. Whether you're looking to buy your very first home or looking to downsize or upgrade, talk to Blake Blahut. Visit him at his website, Blake'sOrlandoHomes.com, or contact him anytime at 407-748-0484. Again, Blake'sOrlandoHomes.com and 407-748-0484. Get the hometown advantage by working with Blake.
Knight Nation, this is Adam, one half of the dynamic duo that is the Sons of UCF, which is found only on the Knightline Sports Network. Join UCF Mike and I each week as we bring you some of the latest from in and around UCF sports, including such great segments as the Josh Heupel Translator, Top 8 Lists, and Cow of the Week. We'll also bring you some of the most in-depth and unique interviews with some of your favorite former Knights. You don't want to miss a moment, so make sure you subscribe to the Knightline Sports Network wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll take care of the rest. Go Knights. Charge on.
As we roll on with this week's AAC Report, we now look at baseball, and we will take a look at the rankings first in the D1Baseball.com poll. UCF comes in at 14. Tulane is ranked 23rd. Baseball America has ECU at 20 and UCF at 21. And the NCBWA has UCF at 19, ECU at 22. The Player of the Week in baseball, Hunter Goodman of Memphis. The catcher had a historic weekend for the Tigers, batting .524. That was 11 for 21 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs in 4 games. The sophomore had a conference record 11 RBI in Sunday's contest against Western Illinois and hit a grand slam in each of the 3 weekend games. Boy, money with men on the bags. The pitcher of the week, Brandon Olthoff of Tulane, pitched the first 6 innings of a combined no-hitter and a 2-0 win over Middle Tennessee on Friday. The junior struck out 8 batters without allowing a hit or issuing a walk. The impending departure of UConn for the Big East at the end of the season left the AAC in a bit of a scheduling quandary for future seasons. The coaches wanted to continue playing 24 conference games, but with 8 teams that wouldn't be possible using a round-robin format. So the solution is going back to the future. Next year, on the first weekend of conference play, the American will put on a pair of 14 round-robin tournaments hosted by UCF and South Florida. The tournaments will count as conference games, and over the next 7 weeks, the teams will play conventional 3-game series, giving them a total of 24 conference games. And the conference will use that format in 2021 and 2022, and will reevaluate after that and could consider other host sites. Moving to softball, let's go to the Player of the Week honors there. Katie Ray Brown of Houston was the offensive catalyst for the Cougs in a 4-1 showing at the Boyd Gaming Classic hosted by UNLV, batting .583 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 5 runs scored in her 5 starts. And she kicked off the weekend reaching base in 3 plate appearances, smashing a solo home run while driving 4 runs against UTEP the following day against the Miners. One of 2 players to notch a grand slam in an 11-0 run rule victory in 5 innings, and then added a 2-for-3 effort with a home run and 2 runs scored later in the day in a win against host UNLV, and then capped the weekend with a pair of hits and a run against New Mexico State. After 21 starts this season, she leads the American in home runs, total bases, and slugging percentage, and ranks 3rd with 20 RBIs. Her 7 multi-hit games lead all Houston players so far on the season. The pitcher of the week, Georgina Corrick of South Florida, repreating as the conference's top pitcher after putting together a near spotless weekend at the USF tournament, posting a 2-0 record against Rutgers and Syracuse without allowing a run. Opponents managed only 8 total hits against Corrick over 14 full innings. And in the college national softball rankings, USA Today NFCA coaches poll has UCF at number 22, and the D1softball.com poll has the Knights coming in at 24. Turning to tennis, the men's tennis player of the week, well, they're both from UCF. They have co-winners this week, Gabriel DeCamps, Juan Pablo Grassi Mazzucci. Both are the player of the week. They comprise the nation's number 7 ranked doubles tandem after they improved their record to 7-1 with convincing wins as part of UCF's 2-0 week. And they clinched the doubles point with a 6-2 victory to help the Knights to a 5-2 win against Florida Atlantic, followed with a 6-0 win as part of UCF's 6-1 decision against Stetson. Both players also went 2-0 in singles play, winning their respective matches in straight sets. And the AAC Women's Tennis Player of the Week, Evgenia Levashova of UCF, with 2-0 in both singles and doubles play, including singles wins against 2 nationally ranked players in the Knights' 2-0 week. From indoor track and field, Houston held the course to win a 6th straight AAC Indoor Track and Field Championship. The Cougars repeated as men's and women's champion for the 2nd straight year in the narrowest team point decision in conference history. Taking place on the women's side, the Cougar men scored a meet record 179 points to claim the men's championship over UConn at 129. Cincinnati was 3rd with 101 points, followed by Tulsa in 4th with 79. Wichita State rounded out the men's top 5 with 59 points. In the women's standings, Houston scored 84 points to edge past Cincinnati by just a half point at 83.5. Temple placed 3rd with 71 points. SMU was 4th with 60.5 points, and Wichita State was 5th with 59 points. We will be back to wrap up this week's show right after this.
Hello, Night Nation. This is Andrew Fegley reminding you to tune in every Sunday morning at our new time, 10 to 11 a.m. on ESPN 580 Orlando for Knightline the morning after. Brought to you by Chad Barlaw. We'll be taking your calls and your texts reacting to the previous week's UCF sports action, and you never know who will show up. Once again, that's Knightline the morning after, every Sunday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. on ESPN 580 Orlando or TuneIn Radio. Go Knights and charge on.
Raising the bar on what to expect from your personal injury attorney is our commitment to you at Chad Barr Law. I'm Chad Barr, and as a UCF alum, I am proud to present Knightline, the morning after show, Central Florida's only call-in show dedicated to our UCF Knights every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And remember, if you or a loved one are injured in an auto accident, call us at 407-599-9036 to schedule your free consultation or visit us at chadbarlaw.com. Our clients come to us in need and leave as family. Offices Altamont Springs. Go Knights, charge on.
And as we close out the show, always, we would like to remind you, please follow me on Twitter at JeffAllen_88. And also, please like and share this podcast and all of our Knightline Sports Network shows wherever you get your podcast. And next week, we get you set for the men's basketball tournament with our Knightline basketball analyst, Ben Stouts. This has been the AAC Report only on the Knightline Sports Network. I'm Jeff Allen. Thanks for listening.